second venue, interstate, which is nuts. And again, there's so many things that we still don't really understand what we're doing, but it's quite exciting as we go, and it's nice to be involved with a little project that started out at being 5 till midnight on the side from a real-time job, and it's actually working out. So, yeah, I think that's me rambling done for the time being. Yeah. Any questions? Yeah. Yes?
What takes up most of your time now?
What takes up most of my time now? You know what's really funny was before the bar opened, I worked at a company called Speedwell, a fantastic company in the Valley, where I was the creative director or senior designer, or one of the fancy titles where it was like I had other people that I was like, you do that and I'll do this. So I do that 9 to 5, then I'd work on the bar, and actually all the stuff that was required for the bar from 5 till midnight and all the other times. I was thinking, I can't wait till the bar opens up because I'll be able to just work on this full time. I'll have so much time to do stuff. It's not the case at all. I've actually got the bar going now, and I don't have enough hours in the day. I'm always there, and because it's my baby as well, I always want to make sure it's doing well. I want to make sure I'm there every night to make sure the events are going well, and so I can report back to the publishers and say, hey, see all the games you gave us, see how successfully they're doing. You know, look at all the photos, and I'm more invested in this bar now than I ever was before the bar opened, and I don't have enough hours in the day to do what I want to do. That's not to say that everything I do there is probably critical and important to the business. It's just because I like what I do. Taking up most of my time is probably the social media side of things. Facebook never sleeps, Twitter never sleeps, none of these things sleep, and the fact is that our bar has not spent a cent on advertising since we opened. We have a very strong social marketing campaign, and when I say campaign, it's just been me sitting there on Facebook, putting up photos and updating people, and you know, being very active in that particular space. It also helped that before we opened, we were very diligent in actually letting all the media outlets and doing all the PR pushes and marketing pushes. So much so we got write-ups in like Rolling Stones over in the States and things like this, because this concept is very new. It's actually a very easy thing to sell. It's a video game bar. It's the first in the world. But we actually do events every single night of the week. I do up a design for a poster. Like tonight, it's a Guitar Hero comp. So I designed up a poster, put it up on Facebook. People can you know, involve themselves to it or whatnot. I put it up on the website and on Twitter, and I post it out to all these media outlets and everything like that. So that takes up the most of my time because it's continual and never-ending and doesn't stop. But it is fun coming up with new ideas and new events and things like that. So, yeah. Any other questions? Yes? How did I finance the bar? Yes? The bar was financed by us, the 4 owners. We put our money where our mouth was, which was very scary because absolutely every single person we talked to told us it was a silly idea. What are you talking about? A bar with video gamers? People that play video games don't drink. They're all socially inept, social, pasty white nerds that just crawled out of their parents' basement. They don't drink, and we were determined to make it free entry and free games as well, because we wanted to make it accessible while still being credible to a hardcore gaming market. So we financed it ourselves, and I guess that may have. In retrospect, a lot of people might look at that and go, that was a silly thing to do. We didn't want to take out a loan or anything like that. We wanted to risk it. At this point in time, though, we're in a position where we're quite comfortable to open up a second venue, which I think speaks volumes about the risk versus reward of what we actually did. So, yeah. Any other questions? Yes? Do I find it hard dealing with friends in a business sense? Absolutely, yeah. But on the flip side, I think I found it more difficult dealing with business people in a business sense. The friends that I've got, they're not short-term friends. They're very long-term friends, and more importantly, that we each have a distinct and different role, and we each have a distinct and different personality that we drew together because we knew we'd clash. I'm the optimist. I think everything's going to go great. Yeah, this is a great idea. Of course, how could it possibly fail? We've got 4 people in our business. The second person is Shay. Shay has the hospitality experience. He's the experienced, so he knows the background of everything. He knows how to actually do all the bar side of things. He knows how well bars actually go. There's another one, Praz, who is the finance business, has a background in risk management. Here's the realist, and the realist and the optimist tend to clash more than anything else. But we realise these differences because we know each other so well. And I think that works really well. We will fight to the death on certain issues, and then it's funny because we'll actually get to the end of it and we're like, right, well, okay, you have a point on this, and I guess, I can see where you're coming from, so let's actually find a middle ground. That tends to work out better than the original idea that I had, because it's not really leveled off against any sort of realistic expectations. So yeah. Any other questions? Yes?
How do you find your venture partners, and any good tips on finding one?
Any good tips on finding venture partners? No tips whatsoever. I don't know. We thought about actually, looking for external finance or venture capitalists or things like that. But in the end, we kind of looked at our idea and we looked at ourselves and we thought, this is kind of an idea and a concept that we kind of need to run with without dragging anyone else into it.
I'm actually asking how you found your business partners. How do you find somebody that complements?
How do you find something? That's a really good question. I'm sure there's a lot of other people here that will probably answer that a lot better than me. For me, I've just been around in Brisbane for so long. Brisbane, 2 or 3 degrees of separation. You tend to know someone that knows someone that knows someone. Thankfully for me, surrounding me were 3 people with completely different skill sets, and that were all the things that I was lacking. I was lucky in that respect. How you actually find people, I don't know. I guess you just meet people, talk to people here. I'm sure a lot of people here would have different actually experience and expertise in different areas that you probably want. So sorry, I'm not sure. Any other questions? I think we might be good.
Big round of applause
Cool.
for Yug.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you very much, Yug. I think everybody got quite a lot out of that. That was fantastic. Now, guys, that's the Hive. For all of you that are new, we'd really like to see you again next month. We always have free events. It's the last Tuesday of every evening, and we try and mix it up and get people from different industries, different backgrounds, and turn around.
Last Tuesday of every month, not every evening.
Sorry, last Tuesday of every month. Not every night.
Do you want to do the next event?
Yes, we've actually got the next event, I can't remember the date, but it's the last Tuesday evening of August. We've actually got one of the founders of Honeybird Debt, an adult and high-end shop up there. There's one in Paddington, one in the Valley. I think there's a 3rd store opening soon. Another female speaker, which is great. So she's coming along, Eloise, to talk for us, which will be fantastic. Now, before we end tonight, we did have a special sponsor tonight, as I said, iLab Incubator. Peter Allison, where are you? There he is over here, Peter with his hand up in the air. iLab Incubator are actually organising an event for angel investors coming up in August. So if you are looking to raise some finance or find out how the whole world of angel investing and VCs work, this is a free event which iLab have put together. It'll be a fantastic one to go along to. I believe you've got some cards over there. Just on the table at the front, so please go and have a look. Just another big thank you to our existing sponsors, Clovelly Estate Wine, which have a bottle of wine for Yug. Not that he needs any more alcohol. Greystone Bar for hosting us, Deloitte Digital and RMIT University. Thank you all very much, and hopefully see you next month. Sorry guys, just one point I did forget. We also podcast and videotape all of our events as well. So if you want to have a look at some of the speakers we've had in the past, or if you ever miss an event and really want to hear someone speak, it's all provided on thehive.org.au, and of course it's always free. Thank you.